All right, guys, we have the recently EZA'd Super EZA INT Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, a unit that unfortunately kind of fell by the wayside for me, but I now actually have time to try my boy out. Fully level 10 links, rainbowed. We've got him on the juiced up 220 lead of Realm of Gods right now. It's going to be quite sad once all the boosts wear off, but for now, we're going to make the most of it. He is starting with a 726k attack stat, 268 on defense, and he is starting with 250% attack and defense at the start of turn, along with 40% damage reduction, and he's also giving out Realm of Gods support, giving all of them allies key +2, 50% attack and defense, which is already good support in itself, then an additional key +2 and 20% attack and defense for characters who belong to Superclass, which the entire team is a Superclass Realm of Gods category team, so they will be picking up, including the ROF Blue Boys in slot 3 and the boosted SSB Vegeta in slot 1, a total of key +4 and 70% attack and defense. Now, combine that with the fact that, of course, you can run him outside of Realm of Gods and run him with other units like Dimer SSJ4 Goku, Dimer SSJ3 Vegeta, all of these teams that have big support on them, along with his Realm of Gods support. 35.8 milli is nothing too shabby neither on super attack, and it's more juiced up support that Vegeta is going to be giving everyone on those teams, along with the support that's already flowing through them already. So big fan of that. Triple super up to 40 milli, which that was what, 35, 38, 40. So all in all, we're going to see how he tanks a super attack as well. Or he could just pull out some dodge. Get out of here with that weak shit. That's my boy right there. Pulling out the dodge, things you love to see. But all in all, doing about, what, 70, about 110 milli altogether. We didn't crit a single time, which is a bit annoying, but what can you do? And even though he is a super EZA and the SA effect becomes unchanged, Vegeta's SA effect actually isn't too bad, because he does raise attack and defense by 50% for 3 whole turns. So he is getting a decent little boost for those 3 turns. So again, even though super EZAs don't have their SA effects touched, as I said, his one's already pretty good. So in terms of him doing numbers in terms of damage, which we just saw him doing, giving himself a solid amount of defense, that's something he definitely does. He also gives extreme class enemies minus 30% attack and defense, which we're not really utilizing here, because Dimer SSJ4 Goku, of course, is a super class enemy against, say, Bio Broly, the Omega Shenron from the Greatest Tours, etc. There is where you're going to really get to utilize it. And when attacking with 12 or more ki, he does get 200% extra attack, and then also for one time only, an extra 20% damage reduction. So in his first appearance, you're looking at 60% damage reduction in total for a unit that's typically either going to be in slot 2, but maybe preferably slot 3 because of the Realm of Gods superclass support. He's going to have super attack first, however many times he does it. Again, for us, he's done it 3 times. And then have that full, again, for one time, 60% damage reduction to go with all the extra defense he gets on super. Then, when there is another Realm of Gods category ally attacking in the same turn, which is going to be easy to do on this juiced up Realm of Gods team, because we have a full Realm of Gods category team. But again, if you are going to run him on something else, again, say with SSJ4 Daima Goku, say with SSJ4 Vegeta and Goku, say SSJ3 Daima Vegeta, those kind of units, it's not difficult to get a Realm of Gods category unit on the team because of some of the new units we got. For example, this Carnival LRUI and SSBE. But then Vegeta will gain a guaranteed additional super, which of course we saw him do. 200% defense when receiving an attack, which is going to be a big boost for taking on normals. Not sure what it will do compared to super attacks, to go with the 40% damage reduction and the defense is going to get on super, but normals I think he's going to be pretty okay with. Then having a 50% chance to crit and then a 50% chance to dodge, which of course we saw him do twice, one of them being on super attacks. But if I had to guess, giving him that dodge in there is probably going to be the thing he has to deal with when it comes to super attacks. If we quickly take a look at his starter turn defense, I mean 670, and then the 50% attack and defense he gets for 3 turns on super, the defense he gets for having a Realm of Gods category ally. I don't think he's going to have enough defense all in all to be able to tank a super straight to the dome. So that's when that dodge kicks in, which that's going to kind of be his weapon. That's going to be his defensive utility to deal with super attacks, which, do you know what? I'm kind of okay with. And if I actually had any dupes, or I could rearrange the dupe system without actually needing to use 5 stones, I probably would give him a bit more dodge, just because only having 5, it's not the most, and I feel like dodge would be a little bit more valuable, a little bit more important for him, but it is what it is. Now, in terms of him being linked up, we have every single link active. Did we have that anyway? Well, no, we actually didn't. So, I mean, Goku, I kind of need you to dodge. I actually need Blue Vegeta to dodge as well, because we only have 40% health, and I don't think, again, he can tank a super attack. So we've already got 1 off. That is pretty good. And then when all allies attacking in the same turn are super class characters, which naturally you're going to do with the team you're going to run him on anyway. Not just the team I'm running on now, but again, they are a super class enemy. Or when you're facing a extreme class enemy, which there are quite a few of in the game right now, Vegeta will gain 200% extra attack when attacking, 70% chance to stun the enemy for 2 turns, which you can only really utilize when and where you can. 43.4 we're up to, by the way. Good damage output, especially with all the extra additionals that Vegeta is getting, including the hidden potential system, up to 46 milli. Can we see a crit as well? And also we'll launch an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super attack. We're up to almost 50 mil right now when attacking as the first or second attacker in a turn. I mean, I'm pretty sure I just saw Jeets tank that super attack for double digits, so fair play. Maybe he can contend with some big boy super attacks in the game. But in terms of that stun, of course, there's not going to be too many events where you can actually get to utilize that, which is a bit of a shame. But at the end of the day, what can you do? It's up to 1.61 milli in terms of attack stat, though, which is not too bad at all. But, you know, things like SPR, ESPR, and just, again, any way you can utilize it, that's going to be quite handy. But that guaranteed additional super, or not guaranteed, but that additional you get with a 70% chance to become a super attack in slot 1 or slot 2 is going to be quite handy with him doing extra damage. But more importantly, get some extra defense as well to back up the damage reduction he has. And also the 50% chance to dodge with a Realm of Gods category ally in the same turn. And last but not least, which means he can go in either or slot. You unfortunately do lose out on the possibility of another additional. But if you do put him in slot 3, he does gain a big 300% attack and defense when attacking in slot 3, which it kind of guess it depends what you prioritize. Do you want even more flat out stats with that big 300%, or would you rather have him on rotation where he has another chance of an additional super where you could maybe get an extra set of damage off that could potentially crit? Now, we are going to die because we only have 1% HP, unless Jeets decides to dodge absolutely everything, which would be pretty sick, but I'm not going to completely rely on it. But overall, I think for a Super EZA, they've done a very, very good job. Great Realm of God support. It's just a shame that after this boost is gone, the category is definitely going to need quite a bit of help. I mean, is he going to dodge everything? No, but I mean, he would have survived. Couple new units, couple more EZAs, and it's going to be in a good spot. And I know Vegeta isn't doing like 60, 70, 80 more super attacks, but as long as he's in slot 2, you know, you're looking at like 2-3 minimum super attacks, all doing anywhere from like 30, 40 and above. And then after that, 40 million consistently and above. So, I mean, all in all, he's doing some very good damage. I wish I had a bit more crit on him. I know he does have the 50% with another Realm of Gods category ally in the same turn. So we can actually do a solid amount of damage. Normals, I don't think you have any problem with. And super attacks, I mean, maybe he can deal with some of them in the game because he did tank that one from SJ4 Daima Goku. I've actually got the wrong Vegeta up. But then maybe like the big boy ones like Bio Broly. Yeah, that's when you're going to be relying on the 50% chance to dodge. But at least he has something to contend with those super attacks that he won't be able to deal with head on in his passive. But I think overall, a very good, very solid Super EZA. Of course, you can run him outside of Realm of Gods and then just bring like Carnival LRUI or maybe the RF Blue Boys, which, I mean, they're okay. They have a little something, not the best on like a different team, say like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku's team. But I think once Realm of God's in a bit better spot and you're not relying on the boosts, this guy's going to be a mainstay for that team. I think overall, I really do like this Super EZA. Dokkan's done a good job. And the 11th anniversary has blessed my boy Jeets tremendously, so I'm definitely not complaining. Definitely worth the wait. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments of this Super EZA, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care for the rest of your day, and peace.